Yo, you got us in the middle of our black magic ritual. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the Global Nerds Podcast. To my right, I have Philip Johnson. Down below, I have Darrell, the man himself. And to my diagonal-ish, somewhere around the corner of the globe, I've got Ty, the Night Moon Wolf himself. We are the Global Nerds Podcast. How you guys doing today?
What is going on? It's been a minute since I've been here. 2 weeks.
Glad to have you back.
Yo.
Bastard work schedule.
He was
I know.
he was fighting in a war. Thank you for everything, Darrell.
I was the war of the planes.
He didn't really fly in any of the planes. He just threw a shit ton of toy planes at people, but he threw them with so much precision. He was actually blowing up planes.
Correct.
No.
This guy's a Bamf.
Those are like my ninja stars.
They spin too when you throw them.
Like, oh, what is that? Anywho, how y'all fellas been? It's been 2 weeks since I spoke to y'all.
It's been interesting, man. It's been interesting. We got some interesting things. We've had interesting things to talk about. We got interesting things to talk about today. Right from writers' strikes to Jonah Hill to Microsoft actually winning, surprisingly.
What have Microsoft won? Because, like I said, I already turned off my Xbox,
failing
unplugged it,
majorly.
and I put it in a drawer. I have not turned my Xbox on at all.
I guess we could talk about Xbox first because we're going to get into some interesting rants on that one. So recently it came out that Microsoft has currently bought Blizzard and Activision. Blizzard and Activision should not have been contained together, and they failed together. And Microsoft buying them, okay, I could see them possibly getting out of the gutter.
Sorry, you first.
But then they decide, oh, by the way, we're going to go to Sony and go, Sony, we still respect you. We still think of you as rivals. You can keep Call of Duty. Okay, what about the other IPs? Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. Where's some other remakes that have been happening? They're under Blizzard, Activision. I want to say Modern Warfare. I think that falls under Call of Duty as well.
Yeah.
It does.
But all I have to say is, why Microsoft? Why are you going to pick up an already dead company that is probably just going to make even worse things?
Because they're incompetent and out of touch. I would have stayed away from Blizzard the moment I heard about just everything going on in that company. When the CEO flees, you know it's bad.
The CEO fled?
Oh yeah, when the allegations about workplace harassment and just basically the frat boy culture amongst the higher ups, when everything came to light, he dipped.
Oh wow. I had no idea.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, whether you see this as a win for Microsoft or not, PlayStation's kind of fucked right now. They really have against Microsoft is Spider-Man.
Oh, here it is. Here's the biggest L of Microsoft. According to Microsoft, Xbox has a new voice reporting program. Okay, you just lost over 90% of your fan base right there.
Does anyone even care about those things anymore?
No.
You can report, and report, and nothing will happen. I know. I've played enough games.
You can report harassment using this thing. Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, Chris, but your voice is too transphobic. We're banning you.
Bro, I did it again. I made another severe lapse in my judgment. I have a ukulele here somewhere. Where is it? Let's do interpretive dancing on. I'm sorry for anyone I've offended.
Not the ukulele.
I'll get the
Just
piano.
bro, I just came across what's that chick's name earlier with the fucking ukulele.
I forget her name, but I know who you're talking about.
A girl
And
with the
she's
ukulele, Ariel, Mahana.
oh, and she copyrighted the song too. Toxicate Train.
Oh wow.
She's already using the apology to make more money.
Oh wow. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. But I think I did hear something about like a voice system, a voice recording system, my bad, being used to report harassment. If Microsoft is the ones who did that, it's just like what defines harassment? You're gonna fucking report a guy for calling you a poopy head? Are we gonna people gonna have their gonna people have gaming restrictions because of that?
Exactly. And that's my biggest problem with this is you can report people for the stupid things. You're gonna get the toxic people regardless of the game. If you're gonna go PvP and you get voice chatting, you might as well have voice moves. But no, you're gonna get those idiots. And that's the problem.
I don't even know what to say about it because at this point, just turn the fucking chat off. You know what I mean? If you really that sensitive or care about what somebody say to you over a damn game, just turn it off.
Yeah, take a week and go back to it. That's why I only play with
For your
friends.
own, for your own
True.
sake, you know, health is wealth.
Mhm. Yeah, good look at that happening.
Shit.
Everybody's too sensitive now, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
If you literally tell somebody,
"Oh my God, you hurt my feelings."
right?
Mm.
If you say your favorite color red, someone's gonna be mad because you ain't say it's green. Like, what the hell?
And
Y'all get outside, touch grass.
we've seen it with everything, which will lead into our next topic with writer strike, writer and actor strike. Let me correct myself. Uh, you guys
I
want
think,
to take the lead?
yeah, I think the writers definitely need to strike because for one, they take the bulk of the creativity and make it what it is before they even send it off to studios, and the studios have to buy it, right? But they're completely lowballing these writers and their talent, and then the actors are striking because they feel lowballed as well. Now that they're supposed to be striking specifically because it has to do with they're not being paid for when the streaming content is coming in. So a little background. Ooh, is that an echo in the back? Is it real bad?
I can't hear nothing.
Okay, good. I hear myself echoing a little bit.
Hello.
It might be me.
Okay. But back when we had sitcoms on television, people had syndication, right? So the show can go on for 50 years after it was off air, they still get a paycheck coming in. That ended when the streaming age came in. So now all these actors and their talent, they could make a show, and if it airs 60 years after they're gone or whatever, there's no check to be had because of these new streaming contracts. Now, however, you can't solely these actors can't solely blame it on the streaming and these studios and all that because you guys signed these contracts. You could have easily put somewhere in your clause that, well, as long as this content is being aired, it don't matter on what streaming platform, if it's broadcast television or if it's Netflix exclusively, for as long as it is airing and showing in front of human eyes, I would like, a cut of it. That could have been put in your contract. Some of these people have been doing this for a while now. People talk shit about Disney stars, but Raven Simone, Zendaya Coleman, Miley Cyrus. These girls have put the shit in their claws, so it doesn't matter now. They pretty much still get a paycheck when shit runs 30 years after they leave this earth, or you know what I
It,
mean?
and that was my biggest point about all this actors getting paid less than some of the executives is you need to have it in your contract to have royalties,
Yeah.
uh, especially if it's going to keep going. Um, I'm going to use the completionist as an example for all this. Um, 120 episodes of the completionist went down several years ago. They had a falling out with another guy named Greg. Now, Greg asked the completionist to remove his likeness because of an NDA problem. Okay, that's what should have been said in these clauses. Oh, if you're going to leave the show, then fine. We're just going to cut you from the program, call it a day. Bye. And the companies will still be making money. I do believe the writers need um, a pay increase. Actors do not. I say actors do not because, like we just said, needs to be in the contract.
Um,
Does it need to be in the budget? Yes. How
well,
many other projects are they working on? Like, um, our buddy Jimmy and our buddy Alex, they're picking up roles and they're only working on what can fit their schedule. So actors should not be on a strike because of this.
Well, no,
well,
this can be. Go ahead, Chris.
oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I respectfully disagree with that. I mean, like you're talking about because you've got plenty of actors who are part of unions that aren't SAG-AFTRA, but looking at SAG-AFTRA alone, most people in that community, and we are friends with people within SAG-AFTRA, so we know this. Most people in that union, 87% of them can't even afford health insurance. So, you've got a lot of famous actors who make bank. You've got your Tom Hankses, your Tom Cruises, Keanu Reeves, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. But the thing is, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, they got their starts as background actors in, I think it was Field of Dreams. And you've got technology coming out now. You can just scan a background actor's face and then tell them when they come back for work, so Universal now owns your likeness, so we don't need you anymore. We can't have you work for us. And on top of that, with them already getting paid dirt and with AI taking away their security in that, I'm fully on board with them going on strike because writers, actors, and especially crew members, all of them together make a film and they shouldn't lose out on their paycheck just so CEOs can get 2% more income.
And that's exactly what the future is going to look like because now to make one film, you have about 300 people, involved to make this film, going from the actors, the cast, the crew, the crewmen, the lighting, the riggers, the set builders. It's about 300 people on there, plus the people, the effects home. So that could blows up to about 600 people working on the film. With the new
Well,
technology and the way that they want to go to save a buck, you could bump 600 down people to 50 people. And
well,
that's the
heck,
issue right now.
look at a lot of our friends. Like, I believe Philip was doing some filming for hybrids. We can look at Power Rangers Project Zodiac. We can look at Power Rangers Unworthy. These fan projects who are like stupidly low budget when they first
Right.
started out. And they just make stupidly good content for like 3% of what these executives make.
Well, that's the
Right.
thing. We can't compare the two. We cannot compare fair fan films and creatives to studios. Okay. For one,
Right.
there's a lot. You guys know what's behind the scenes with these big corporations and their films. You have filmmakers and you have investors and you have all these other politics that goes into making a film, which is why you can't compare the two. Um, But just sticking to the topic at hand, why they're striking, I agree with the strike itself. Because for one, you should be able to support your livelihood making billion-dollar films, okay? There's no way you make a film worth $1 billion plus and you can't support your livelihood. You can't pay your rent. That is ridiculous. These actors are out here literally risking their lives for our entertainment. Literally risking their lives because now they have a celebrity status where they can't live a normal life. They can't do normal things that we take for granted, like just going to the fucking store to buy a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. These celebrities can't do that without risk of being harmed, literally harmed or killed just because of their status. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they have to afford these type of extravagant lifestyles, these not so much the cars and the stuff that they flaunt, but like security and living in these private areas where they can feel safe and secluded from the normal person. You know what I mean? So I get that.
Oh yeah, I fully agree with that. The issue with that is people stupid. People do not know how to manage money nowadays. Like us four, we know what goes into making a series or a movie. So we know, okay, if we're going to need to do this, we need to get this. I full-heartedly agree that you do need a big enough paycheck to support security and especially health insurance. Hollywood in that area, I'm sure, was it averaging, 102, almost 105 heat there? Because I know we've been complaining about heat lately, and it's been averaging at least 100 here in Alabama.
Yeah. That's a whole nother topic there about the stupid ass heat. Needs to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm using it as an example of, hey, you gotta make sure your budget is correct. And if most of your budget's going to a CEO, yeah,
well, that's the thing.
Full agree.
Just
I agree
take
with
one
these
film,
strikes.
like we're gonna take just Deadpool 3, okay? From the studio, from the investors, they came up with a combination of, for marketing included, about $600 million, right? That they put into this film for marketing, for the budget of the film, for the actors' paycheck. So you got about $600 million, right? You see, that's the bar, 600 million. 100 million of that is going to go towards the actors, the crew, and the creation of it. The location is going to take about another 100 mil. So now you're down to $400 million. Then 300 of that is going to go towards marketing, right? So now you're down to $100 million to film up the rest of this damn movie. Boom. So now your whole budget is gone. The movie comes out, and the box office comes up with $800, $900 million at the box office. Granted, we don't know if Deadpool 3 is even going to hit that. But just say for example reasons that it hit $800 million. You guys just made a $200 million profit increase. That's what it looks like. And it sounds like, okay, these actors are good. Everybody got their money back. Plus they made $200 million increase. False. Because the investors going to take their money. The execs going to take their monies. And whatever on the back end that these actors have negotiated that they get from back end of the box office can increase. So now it's like, okay, the studios actually didn't receive a profit at all. They may have just broke even. So in order to counteract that, the studios are going to lowball these actors and say, yeah, we said we're going to give you that $50 million paycheck. Yeah, we'll give you about $5 million. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? So these actors are like, okay, we don't know what my next project's going to be. We don't know what the budget's going to be for that. I could do a film or a commercial. And they only going to pay me $75,000, but my home, my mortgage, my children, whatever, this or that, it can't support it because I was promised this and that. But now you guys finding loopholes in the contract saying, well, the box office ain't make this, and you guys are promising these investors this and that. So we're getting the short end of the stick. And that's what's happening in Hollywood right now. And that's fucking up these actors.
Oh, and one definite thing. I think two different things. When is the check coming out as well? Philip, you're echoing.
Yeah.
You're fine. The paychecks when they drop too. Is it bi-weekly, monthly? That can affect it as well. That is a huge factor.
Well, no,
From
these actors when they get paid, it's either paid up front before the film is done. Like I said, they do the back end where they get a short percentage up front, and then after the box office is due and it's done its run, then they get a paycheck off of that. But like I said, these studios can kind of find loopholes into that stuff. We seen what happened with Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow. We all know that story about her famously have to sue, Marvel Studios and Disney to get a paycheck. You know what I mean? So
I think
that
there was
happens
another
all the
actor.
time.
Wasn't it Emma Watson? No, not Emma Watson. Scarlet Witch's actor. Didn't it happen to her as well?
Elizabeth Olsen.
Thank you.
What happens to a million of these actors? Some of them just don't go public with it because the studio settled for an undisclosed amount privately, so it won't go to the blogs and things like that. But they did Scarlett Johansson so fucking dirty with all her male co-stars were getting this money and getting all this stuff. And she literally one of the biggest stars in the franchise. She is the only female cast member at that time. That's an Avenger, you know what I mean? And y'all completely played her because she's what, female? Like that shit just rubs me wrong. It rubs me wrong every time I hear about it, and I still know it goes on to this day just behind closed doors. And it's kind of like now that she did that and made it public, did they kind of really kind of hurt her future? You know what I mean? Getting roles and things like that. We don't know. But
I think it's half and half with that one.
Yeah,
I think she's a good enough actress to go, okay, I just won't work with Disney anymore. Oh, look, they're going to pay me money to fill a role. Boom.
yeah. It's just a sucky situation all around. Like I said, I understand people need their money, and then there's greed, corporate greed. We already know about that. And
the studio is pleading bankruptcy. Basically, they're pleading bankrupt when their CEOs are getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Bob Iger, fresh back out of retirement, made 42 mil last year. It's bullshit. They're lying.
Yeah. Did
you guys ever hear about the executives' plans for the writer's strike that got leaked?
Yes, if they were pretty much going to write them out. But that's again, that happens with every strike, okay? It's not just on these studios. That happens in transportation. That happened in food strikes. That happened with the LAUSD, as teachers associations. Everyone's going to say that they're going to wait them out until they start losing their homes and this and that and this and that. So it's not really a big story. It's pretty much what they do. It never really gets to that point because, for one, there's no way in hell you can find enough writers or enough actors of talent to replace these people here. So the studio's gonna say, yeah, we're gonna write them out until they lose their homes and their cars and stuff like that. Go ahead and play Russian roulette. Because you do that, I'm pretty sure you cannot replace half of these people in that time frame.
And if you think that you can replace your writers with ChatGPT is a shit writer. It ain't happening, guys.
Oh,
exactly.
That was another thing that got put on I think it was yesterday actually, that a lot of these CEOs are like, okay, fine. You don't want to work for us? We're just going to go to AI and we're going to write these movies and we're going to film them. Screw you.
That's fine. They could use all the AI they want, but let's see what they do when actually it's time to film.
And those movies are going to suck too, and no one's going to want to go to the theaters. Hollywood's bombing right now for a reason.
Exactly. Especially, this is a post-pandemic world. Yeah. Shit is not the way it was like it was pre-pandemic. These studios are playing bluff or whatever it's called. Calling their people bluff. Go ahead and pay if you want to. Y'all are completely going to fold your. Y'all ever heard of Miramax? Close their doors. All these major studios was playing bluff. There's only a few of y'all left. Only a few of y'all left. We don't need big studios anymore. We love Netflix. We love Apple TV. That's all we need.
Yeah. And
streaming services rule the world right now.
And the thing is, the streaming experiment isn't exactly going well enough either, because as much as I love the theaters, what they and streaming services have in common is, unless you subscribe to a particular membership for certain theaters, it's going to be an expensive experience. You're going to movies paying like $50 at concessions. Like, who the fuck charges $10 for that sewage water Dasani, for example? They keep doing that. And on top of that, you have to pay for multiple different streaming services if you want entertainment, when you can just pirate it as another option or go to Tubi or something like that. People have less money to spend.
Yeah,
And
I'm not gonna pay $30 to go see a movie where the stupid fire alarm's pulled. Just because
We are
people
not
don't like
about
it.
to promote Super Mega Force on this damn platform, okay? Because if I put out a product, I don't want y'all to Super Mega Force my shit. Y'all gonna pay for it.
Oh, I was talking about Sound of Freedom, but okay.
I want to see that movie. Like, I want to see what all the fuss is about.
You have to watch it. Isn't it on Disney Plus?
It is not.
No, not Sound of Freedom. It's a movie about a group of soldiers hunting down human traffickers.
No. It's not human traffickers. It is child trafficking.
Oh, okay.
Get it right.
Thank you. No, I missed that one. Just that one detail. That's all I missed.
Yeah, that one detail actually means a lot.
Why is the media pissed about that? Like, what does this say about the media that this of all things is what's upsetting people, is what's upsetting them?
Because it blew out.
It's exposing the truth, and nobody wants the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, because we gotta definitely quote that movie.
Is Hollywood that perverted?
Of course. How do you think most of these executives get into their position?
They doing some Catholic Church shit?
Hey, some of these child stars been telling you how it's been going down now. I mean, Hollywood is creepy, man. I mean,
oh yeah,
y'all already know some of my personal experiences with the trying to break into the entertainment and be an actor and all that type of shit. Y'all already know some of my experiences. I was like, yeah, I'm out. Peace out. Yeah. But again, that was just my experience. It's not everybody's, but I mean, pedophilia is a big thing, part of Hollywood. I mean, R. Kelly, all these people. I mean, it's just
one of those things.
Next topic: Twisted Metal in The Last of Us. I don't understand that topic. So what's up with that? What do you mean? What's the comparison?
So apparently, Twisted Metal takes place in a post-apocalyptic place where they isolate specific people to do what was it? The main focus is with I can't remember his name off the top of my head. To save my life. Let me go to the little fandom page here. Anthony Mackie, I believe, is the main guy.
How do you not know Captain America, Mr. Captain Falcon, man? Yes, it's Anthony Mackie.
I have a lot of stuff on my mind here. He plays John Doe, who has been tasked with taking a package into this sort of isolated place. And guys, it's too much like Last of Us, even though Twisted Metal's literally way more twisted than Last of Us will ever be.
How is it the same as The Last of Us? Who's saying that?
Let me see if I can find the article again.
My thing is, isn't the Twisted Metal just about an ice cream truck clown driver trying to kill everybody else?
It's about a bunch of crazy people in killer cars trying to kill each other for a wish. They get whatever they want if they win the game.
I don't know shit about Twisted Metal. I just remember playing it, and that was it.
It was a great game back in the day.
Right? It's like one of those games, even if you lose, it's still so fun. Like, I remember this one time I rammed a guy. I was playing multiplayer online. I rammed a guy off of the platform, and just as I was backing away, boom, giant truck comes in, rams me off too.
So a whole bunch of guys just ramming each other. Okay, I get it.
Exactly.
A bunch of murderers, crooked cops. great many things.
My question is to everybody: who the hell asked for a Twisted Metal film, TV show, whatever? Like, who asked for this stuff?
I guess we'll
Guilty?
find.
No
I guess.
one.
I guess we'll find out when we see how much money it makes, if it makes any.
Like, who asked for this shit? Like, ooh, let's take a. I mean, we already sort of had Twisted Metal in film form. Y'all remember that TV show or movie called Death Race? And they
Oh
were
yeah,
like
yeah,
straight
yeah.
to video films. Yeah, it's the same shit. Like, why do we need Twisted Metal? I don't know. I'm
I
tired of
don't
this
think
topic.
so either. Um, apparently, it's just supposed to be anti-Last of Us show, but by this article, because he's delivering a package, sort of the same scenario that Joel was doing.
I don't.
I don't know. I'm gonna enjoy Twisted Metal more than The Last of Us, anyways, because there's a lot more mayhem and insanity going on, and I know the characters more. They're a lot more iconic.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to watch this. I'm not.
Oh,
FYI, I'm
the
not watching
trailer
this.
for Sweet Tooth beating Mackie up, just it's too glorious. You didn't come for a show? Oh, you hurt me.
Wait, that's
I'm
his
gonna.
name, Sweet Tooth? That's the clown name?
Yeah.
Yep, Sweet Tooth.
Oh. Anyhow, speaking about Sweet Tooth, we got a trailer for the new Wonka film. How do you guys feel about Timothy Chalamet? Mr. YouTube himself became an actor. Again, that's another story I need to hear about Hollywood actors becoming people from YouTube. But anywho, how y'all feel about that Wonka film?
It it has kind of a charm to it, the trailer. I mean, like it doesn't really give us I feel like it doesn't really give you enough to determine whether this is going to be good or not.
Right.
Just like here's Timothy Chalamet in a Wonka cosplay.
Not a Wonka cosplay, believe it or not.
What?
Um, have you ever seen a Muppets Christmas Carol?
Oh shit, he's Scrooge?
No, he's Gonzo.
He
Oh
does
my
like Gonzo.
god.
I did not notice that until Jimmy posted something about it on Facebook today. I'm like,
Dude.
oh my freaking god. Um, the trailer leaves me with a lot of questions. Does it capture Gene Wilder's Wonka? Yeah, I think he has very much potential. This is where I have the problem with it. Who were the first workers of Wonka Chocolate Factory? Was it the Oompa Loompas or was it blacks?
Child slaves. They're going to be accurate like that.
I I just don't know. Like the book didn't really go into full details about how Wonka started out. But I almost guarantee you it didn't involve anyone else besides these mystical creatures called Oompa Loompas. And we see a 5 second clip of an Oompa Loompa and he just kills the scene. Like he's good at it. Oh, sorry, I did the song. I got to do the dance now. I got to sing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have no idea who worked in the factory because you know what? I don't care.
The idea was that Wonka did it all on his own until he found the Oompa Loompas.
Right. I'm not watching this movie. I'm sorry, y'all. This does not capture. I don't care about how a chocolate thing is made. Like, what's the purpose of this movie? Just to show chocolate? Like, I watched the original when I was a child, right?
It's just an origin
Mhm.
story. That's all it is.
Like, yeah, like, did we need again? Did we need this? Like, who asked for this?
No,
Nobody
you
asked for it, dude.
don't.
They're
The
running out of movie
executives.
ideas.
Like,
They're running out of movie ideas. Like seriously.
really, who asked for this stuff? Like, with the next Star Wars movie, be like, oh my god, they about to follow Ray or who? No, we're following Ray's parents and how she was conceived. What? Who asked for this? You know what I mean? That's what I feel like we're getting nowadays.
Right,
Everybody's just getting it.
that's what they're doing. They're following Ray's parents.
I
No,
wouldn't
but
be
I'm saying it
surprised.
sounded so legit that they could. That was my point I was making. Like, who asked for this shit?
Hardly anyone.
It was, I mean, the one point of optimism I got, I mean, it could go either way. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but it's directed by the same guys who gave us the Paddington movies, so that gives me some optimism. We've all seen Paddington 2, right?
I have not.
No.
And
It's incredible. It made me want to be a better man.
now, I hate to say it, and I hate this movie, but Charlie and the Chocolate Factory
Ugh.
with Johnny Depp had a more correct background and believable story than this thing had.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was the thing.
Yes, it was
more
Willy
believable.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder, and then Charlie in the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. And now we got Wonka.
Wait, we had a Charlie and the Chocolate. Was it his son
Oh,
or
yeah.
something?
Nope.
No, it was just the remake of the old movie.
Yep.
So we essentially got an origin movie, and now they say, we don't want it to be Charlie. We're gonna want it to be Wonka. So
We want
moving on
to
to
Wonka. You don't need it.
Okay. Unpopular opinion. I do kind of buy Timothy as a younger Wonka. Like, literally all I got from the trailer was that the movie's going to exist. I don't like.
right.
I don't know. They seem to be mostly accurate with the story because again, the idea was that Wonka started it on his own before he found the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, but then they're bringing this one chick in and saying, "Oh no, she helped him throughout the entire process." And of course, and again, I'm not racist, but she's black. Got to hit that check mark, diversity. And once again, but if it's all supposed to be focused on Wonka and his stuff, why not give it to us? Why do we have to have this like 5 different subplots?
Well, he's got to have other characters to interact with too. If it's just him, it's going to be boring.
A chocolate cartel.
Yeah, I saw that in the movie. I was like,
I mean, for the sake of pure realism, I mean, Wonka's supposed to be a fairy tale character, but like, I mean, what can you do if it's just seeing him build a factory on his own? Like, you got to have side characters to support him, and he's also got to have obstacles to overcome, and it's more believable if he has some help overcoming those obstacles. It's sort of, I guess it sort of demystifies the myth of Wonka, but
I get it. Maybe it's like the
probably
Oz from Wizard of Oz type of effect that they're doing. The Oz, the great and powerful, but he was actually a man with a million other little components to help him create this image and this story and this mythology and this legend of the Oz. So maybe that's what they're doing with Wonka.
But Oz was a fraud. Wonka was presented as the real deal.
Unless we see this movie and we see that Wonka actually stands for his workers.
So if they did it in the context of Oz, would it make it a great movie or would it make it trash?
I think it would add more complexity to the story of Wonka because for what I know from Wonka, again, I'm not a aficionado with this man's story because I really don't give a fuck about it. But he's a chocolate maker. I mean, if you want to do a movie about somebody making chocolate, can we just get the Hershey movie or the Reese's movie and make it animated?
Yeah, I agree. Now again,
because then we'd have to
the
go to the
chocolate
cocoa
factory.
mines.
Right.
He's like, no, don't show them that. Don't show them that.
So with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it made sense on why he wanted to become a chocolatier.
Mm-hmm.
His dad was a dentist. And
So
he didn't, his dad never liked candy because it rotted the teeth. And teenage rebellion. Oh, look at this flavor. Oh, look at this flavor. I want to make it more imaginative. And when his dad crushed his dreams, he ran away. And he became an adventurer, found the Oompa Loompas, and said, "Hey, I see you have cocoa beans. Help me build my factory," and voila.
I still think that kind of story was unneeded because, like, the original
I
Willy Wonka had a pretty compelling character arc for Wonka too. You know, he built this thing up from nothing for the pure power of imagination, and now he's looking for an heir. Basically, that's something that everybody can relate to: is the passing of a torch. You know, but you
and I fully agree.
but then they make it all about him basically like, oh, he's got to reconcile with his father. Okay, sure, you know, doesn't really add anything, but okay. Sorry, you were saying?
And that stupid saint of a kid.
Oh my God, don't get me started. That dude could, bro, little Norman there, he could audition for Jesus with how pure that child is. Like, I mean, because the whole deal with Charlie, he's a good kid, but he's still a kid. He's not perfect. He stole the fucking fizzy lifting drinks, bro.
Yeah.
But no, we gotta make him perfect. They're like, you gotta make what?
Nah, bro, that kid was bad as hell.
Uh,
That kid was sticky as shit.
yeah, and he almost got him and himself and his grandpa killed over it.
Right.
Dude,
Bro,
have you ever seen oh God, what was it? Corridor Crew, Willy Wonka if it was R rated?
I have not.
Like Charlie straight up steals the ticket off of a homeless guy, and like but Willy Wonka, he knows about it the moment Charlie walks into the factory. So when the fizzy lifting drinks gets them, they don't make it out of there.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
Jesus.
Oh, damn, that's fucked up.
I'll put the link in. I'll be right back.
Bruh, bruh. Um, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I never realized until now that dude had a fuck them kid attitude.
Yeah, and that's what I believed Gene Wilder's interpretation of the character more, because he was unpredictable. With Johnny Depp, you can predict almost a lot of it. And he was
Oh
so
yeah, yeah.
bland, too. Anyways, we're not here to review those movies. Maybe we'll do a movie review thing later. Darrell, you had some pretty interesting sneaksy peeksies at something the past couple days. What'd you find out
What's
in
sneaky
this new
peeky?
trend? The sneaky peeky of Hasbro MCU?
Oh yeah, man. Watching Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Since it's on streaming now, I can actually talk about it because I'm like, I seen the movie in the theaters and all that, and I was like, spoiler alert, they have a cross universe with G.I. Joe. The main character Nate was actually recruited by G.I. Joe at the end of the film. But throughout the film as well, they was also hinting at G.I. Joe and Power Rangers, sort of. You know what I mean? It had Easter eggs from Power Rangers. His brother Chris had on a Power Ranger shirt, so we know they're in universe. Um, and it's the little things they were setting up, like the big robots. Then the dude got an exosuit from the alien robots. And then we know that the G.I. Joe is coming in and how they can use this alien technology to help improve the defenses for the world. And it's kind of like, okay, I could see Transformers and G.I. Joe, but you guys are also, this is like literally the plot for Power Rangers as well, all wrapped up into one. So, and I do know that that was one of the original plans for the future. You know, they was going to have a big crossover event with Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. Now that those plans have completely been rewritten, some of those nuggets are still prevalent, okay? And after watching the film, I'm like, ooh, I see the vision. I see the vision, especially now that y'all combining Transformers and G.I. Joe. Might as well throw the Power Rangers in there. I mean, you got Nate, you got his partner in crime now. Her name is Allie. You know, she's like the Billy character. She's a smart freaking girl who just saved the whole movie. Spoiler if you guys haven't seen it, she saved the whole movie. So I mean, you got the whole setup for Power Rangers, GI Joe, and Transformers. I mean, have you guys seen it yet?
I'll be buying it sometime this week to watch it.
I have not.
It's a good movie.
And
They
so
say
my
it's a
so my biggest question is with the Transformers part of the universe, is it in the Bumblebee universe or is it in the
yes,
Michael Bay universe?
no, Bumblebee universe.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we already have 2 movies of G.I. Joe, so that would be easy to mess with. Um, Now the Power Rangers universe, we could probably go into 2017 for it and just connect it with the second movie that they planned,
but for
or
this, it looks like they're going a completely different route. If they were
they
to
could just
introduce
reboot
Power
it.
Rangers, it will just be completely different. Like I would say, Power Rangers Turbo would be the best fit for this franchise because it has to do with vehicles and stuff like that. Um,
Oh geez, if we have a remake after that.
I mean, that's what I would choose to go with this universe, is based off the GI Joe vehicles and Mirage and Bumblebee. You know that they're the vehicles. You know what I mean? I think I will use that for to introduce Power Rangers. I mean, you guys see the movie. Once you see the movie, you're gonna see the extra suit he got on. And yes, that's been part of Transformers. It's a cartoon. It's something new that they introduced or whatever. But when he got the suit, I was like, all I heard was, "It's morphin' time." And the suit came on. I was like, This is it, Power Rangers. I don't know what is. Like, it's just Power Rangers, man. I'm dead ass serious.
Yo, I've been rewatching the series, and good God, Power Rangers does such a great job of making you want to buy shit. Like
Oh yeah.
everything I see on there, it's like that looks so cool. I want to buy it. Oh man, I've gotten into the nostalgia binge. It's oh man, there's a magic to Power Rangers, dude. There really is.
I mean, if it's completely done correctly, then yeah.
Yeah.
Again, they have dropped the ball. I've been enjoying Dino Fury. I'm going to enjoy Cosmic Fury just based off me enjoying Dino Fury. You know what I mean?
hmm
They have their problems, of course. Nothing is perfect. No medium is. But for what it is, I enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy
Yeah.
Cosmic Fury, and I'm excited for the future of Power Rangers. Yes,
Yeah.
we're going on a temporary break, but I mean,
Uh-oh.
I wish it was longer than what we're going to get, because in order to really appreciate something, you have to miss it.
Yeah,
And
I
I don't think
mean,
it's going to be long enough to where we're going to miss Power Rangers. You know what I mean?
I hope that what happens during that break is they pull back and they just take their time in coming up with some new ideas, because the good shit takes time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And I think we'll have all the time we need. They need to just scrap whatever scripts they have done and completely go back to square one after this writer strike, after everyone had a break, after everyone had time to reflect and take this well-needed vacation and come back to the drawing board fresh with
Yeah.
different eyes. That's
Yeah,
what I
go
want.
yeah, and during that break, go check out Psycho Menace. See what that sexy red emissary guy is about. His voice sounds amazing.
Are you
Oh,
guys not on strike?
I'm not SAG-AFTRA yet, but soon, bro.
Although some of the biggest hits this writer strike has hit is Disney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There, speaking of which, Bob Iger basically he admitted that Disney was failing, and he basically confessed that they're broke, because what he said in his statement was the particular failures were with Marvel and Star Wars. Marvel's become too diluted with all the content it pushes and the mix of like movies and theaters and shows on Disney Plus. Star Wars has been prioritizing quantity over quality. So what they're going to do, and again, Bob Iger's got a good head for business. He genuinely does. He's going to pull these projects back to cut costs and prioritize quality over quantity. But here's the kicker. He is considering selling Star Wars movies back to Netflix, just like the Clone Wars was originally on Netflix. When you have to resort to that, how much money have you lost?
Um, Tons, especially I'm looking
Yeah.
at some key details. Um, putting stuff on Hulu and then cutting ties with Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to affect bundle prices, especially with ESPN Plus. And she's out. She's
Oh yeah, they're basically cutting back on everything that's not sports related content because that makes it self. People will always turn up for that.
Right. But as for
Well,
saying Disney Plus is a failure, I just think their model that they were doing, for one, it became too saturated and too convoluted with all their Marvel content they were doing. And I'm just going to speak on their Marvel content because they was pushing it out too much in their Star Wars. You couldn't
Yeah.
digest a series that they was pushing out because it was another one coming out right after it, overlapping it. You know what I mean?
oh god,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
the
that was the issue.
MCU. It was Phase 4 and going into Phase 5. I think if they would have took their time with, like, say, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Mom probably would have been another one. If they just would have
I
spread them
still
out
like
more,
that movie. Come on,
it,
that movie's
it, it was
good.
good, but again, I think a lot of these movies needed to be spread out. Um,
Yeah,
but another big key thing, because we're getting a Snow White, and pictures have leaked, and they're not denying them so far. Peter Dinklage is pissed.
Why? What happened? I don't understand about the Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Fairy Tale People. Oh wait, sorry, it's not Snow White. It's what do you want to call her? The
so the dwarves are
Mexican Anarchy and the seven not little people, not fairy tale little people.
Oh, so they're denying smaller actors' work. That's awesome. I'd be pissed if I were Peter Dinklage too.
Yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
well, I mean, okay. Because if you go Snow White and the Seven Doors, you're gonna have one side of the fence mad that you calling them doors. So I mean, if you don't say that, you got this side of the fence of the people mad that you don't recognize them being doors. So it's kind of like erasure, the erasure of their who they are, right? So it's kind of like, what do? You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
well, the
Again,
sad part is you can get diverse little person's actors, or is it little people? Correct me if I'm wrong.
but that's see
I think
exactly
I
that's
think
the
It's little
thing.
I
people.
don't know.
It's little
Exactly. But
people.
what would you name the movie? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
Snow White and the
It's
Seven Dwarfs, man.
it's
Like
fantasy.
Snow
it
White and the
doesn't
Seven
matter.
Dwarfs. I'm
Now
calling
you
it
just
bullshit,
offended a
whatever.
group of people because they not called dwarves. You see what I mean? So it's kind of like, what the hell do you name the movie? Just
We
call it Snow White.
we need
That's it.
we need Gimli in the movie now. There's one dwarf left still standing in Moria.
Oh no.
That's too good. I agree. I think it should just be called Snow White. The actors are playing dwarves because that's what they are.
A fantasy species. That's what they're called.
Call it
I
a
mean, if they
day.
would have
Let
fun with
people.
a title, I would
I
just name every character name: Snow White, Sleepy, Crazy, Happy, Mad, Angry, Slopey, whatever all their names in the title.
I
That's what I would just do.
I will say on the other half of that argument, I really don't mind Rachel Zegler as Snow White. I haven't seen her in a whole lot yet, but West Side Story, she was freaking great in that. She was honestly one of the few saving graces of Shazam 2. So I think she can pull it off. And I'm also seeing, and goddamn, these words are going to sound so sexy coming out of my mouth. Gal Gadot is playing the evil queen.
And they gave her a name too. It's not Evil Queen anymore.
I can't pronounce this shit. This name's a fucking Clementiana.
That was the best guess out of
What
some
is
YouTubers that
what
I
is that
listened to,
name?
and
I mean,
probably me as well.
I mean, the original, the evil queen, the OG evil queen in the original Snow White movie had a name too, Grimhilda. That was her name, and
So
we've
just
got.
keep the original name, Brunhilde. The fuck?
It's a good name, or like if you got to I mean, rename her if it's a good name. Regina was a good name for her, and Once Upon a Time. Just
Right.
make it a
Hey,
name
yo.
people can pronounce.
They are smart to change the name from Grimhilda because I would not want to be associated knowing
Yeah.
damn well my acting ability after Charlize Theron's Grimhilda as the evil queen. That girl ate that roll up. You would not have me. I would not want to come second to that woman. Change my name to the trash can at that point. Charlize Theron ate that roll up. You can say what you want about Snow White and the Huntsman or whatever, but Emily Blunt and Charlize Theron in that movie alone, Lord, their performances, they just show that in acting school.
Yeah,
Just them two.
Charlize Theron killed it in that movie. The rest of that movie, give or take, she was great.
Yes, I still watch Snow White. I still watch Snow White and the Huntsman. I still watch those movies to this day just to watch her, just who she is as a villain. I don't understand. Marvel, y'all got her being in this Doctor Strange 3. Y'all need to get her back soon because the woman, I just love Charlize Theron, y'all. I was introduced to her in Eon Flux. This is a whole tangent and a rant siren about my love for Charlize Theron. I don't give a fuck. This is my podcast, okay?
I'm ranting with you in spirit, man.
No, you totally want your queen to be in it.
Oh, Beyonce, she could be in anything. I don't care.
This dude.
But Charlize Theron is a great talent. I
She
was introduced
is.
to her in Eon Flux. Then I fell in love with her from everything else that she's gone on after that. Even in Monster. I mean, she was great in that as well.
She really has been great in everything. Did you ever see her in Mad Max Fury Road?
Yes.
She's so damn good.
Rule where she's just like subpar. You know, some people are like, oh, they wasn't good in that. Everything she's done is like, oh, she's fighting for a reason. Like, this is her last movie she's ever going to do. You know what I mean? From Atomic Blonde to, like you said, Mad Max to Eon Flux to being in the Snow White and the Huntsman films to being the Old Guard. Like, whatever she does, she's putting in 4,000%.
Oh, yeah.
And that's an actor that I respect for whatever. I just respect her as an actor, her work ethic, because she got all these children that she's thinking about. And she wants them to know, like, it doesn't matter what you're doing in your life, no matter how high that you think you are in your success rate, you keep going like it's your last time you're ever going to do it. And I wish more of these people in these entertainment businesses would have that type of mindset, because if it is, we would have so much quality of work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just love Charlize Theron, so.
Oh yeah, we get the best quality from those kinds of people too. Just look at Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, Charlize Theron. Again, we get quality from passion, not from executives meddling and everything.
And that's one thing Bob Iger has admitted is a lot of these movies, including all these remakes, have been fails. Mm-hmm. And why we keep remaking them, who knows?
Yeah, I'll give Bob Iger this. He is probably up there with Walt and Roy themselves as one of the best minds who's ever led Disney. He has got a damn good mind for business, and he actually gets what's going on, why Disney has been fucking up, and he can admit it and like take what sound like the right steps in fixing the problem.
And that's the biggest thing on my mind right now is, okay, you're admitting fault. You're admitting that all these decisions have been terrible. What are you going to do to fix it? And are you going to fix it?
I know
within a timely manner.
I know how they could fix the situation. We need a Mystique standalone movie, okay? And I need Charlize Theron to play Raven Darkhold.
Well, there you go. I mean, like he did say what the solution is. He's pulling it back, cutting costs, and focusing on quality over quantity, killing two birds with one stone. I like that. And we've already seen what happens when, I mean, has anybody here seen Andor?
Nope.
Damn good. It is damn good. And it's not told because of, protecting or pushing an IP. It's not told because like, oh, we got to capitalize on fans liking Ewan McGregor for Obi-Wan or Boba Fett popularity and just put it and just half-ass the story. Andor comes across, I mean, like, Cassian Andor from Rogue One. People barely remember that guy, and yet they took a chance and made a show about him anyway because someone had a story that they wanted to tell, that they had to get out
So
there.
question.
Yeah.
You're okay with Trump?
And what about him?
Really? Because if you like Andor, you like Trump.
How?
It was
The
linked to
fuck?
Trump in a Trumpitarian world, according to some people.
What?
I just looked it up.
What?
I was about to say, I was about to say, where's the connection at?
What? What? What the
The
fuck?
general confusion on his face.
What the fuck? How?
Because there was a lot of controversy with Andor saying, "Oh, you like Andor so much? Well, why don't you like Donald Trump?"
His actor said that.
No, just in general, critics and everything.
Yo, okay. The only possible leap I'm thinking of right now, like, because I guess, like, because it's the Empire and what they do is portrayed pretty in depth. And like, I guess, like, the people who see, because Trump is widely seen as a demagogue, I guess the connection could be made there. But otherwise, I'm really struggling to get how Andor the character has anything to do with Trump.
Yeah, I don't get it either, to be honest. And quite frankly, they're trying. Most of these people are delusional, and they're trying to uh, connect Trump to every little bit of problematic things in the world, because that's all they want to do is go Trump bad, Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad. And quite frankly, I'm sick of fucking hearing it.
And I'm not a fan of him either, but like he's a part of a much bigger problem than just him. He's not the problem in and of itself. I'm just putting it out there, but like, I mean,
there's a lot of
why?
stuff that needs to change, and
Yeah.
quite frankly,
it's a
but
corrupt.
does it take a stupid orange man to probably break people of things? Maybe. Could it be
Yeah,
the senile old man who can't even remember his name half the time? Maybe.
I
Quite
mean,
frankly,
like,
the world is fucked, and
they're
we need to accept it.
they're both just symptoms of a corrupt system. Like, you've got
Exactly.
from both sides. From both sides, the whole system is corrupt. Blue tie, red tie, who gives a fuck? They serve the same masters, and as long as that is the case, our system is going to be corrupt. The way we go about that, we take it down non-violently from the inside and push independent media and smaller businesses. That's what we do. You're not going to accomplish anything by basically attacking everybody based on arbitrary lines in the sand, based on things like party or race or whatnot. You're basically just playing into the hands of the elite when you do that. It's about classic divide and conquer.
Yep. And that's the hot topic for the day.
Mm-hmm. Yo, another thing about Microsoft, though, did anybody watch the FDA meeting? FTC meeting regarding that?
Yeah, that was the one thing I was a little confused about because I get we really need Activision and Blizzard really needed to get their asses together and fix their shit because of the bullshit behind the scenes. I think Microsoft is the people to do it, but the actual meeting itself, I don't know why they needed a meeting.
Total fucking hypocrisy. I mean, like, the FTC is worrying about video game companies instead of the companies that are already in a monopoly. What a sick joke.
Like Disney.
Yeah, and the judge, like, if you watch the footage, I'm not kidding you. The judge actually feels compelled to remind the FTC that they're supposed to be arguing for the consumers and not the corporation. How fucked is your system when you have to remind people of that?
I'm confused. What do you mean? m- Like, are they selling Activision? Are they not a part of Microsoft anymore?
Microsoft is monopolizing, basically. They're buying Activision and Blizzard.
Oh, so they're becoming Disney.
Pretty much, yeah. They're pulling a Disney, and the FTC is really hyper skeptical about that because, like, our government likes to blame video games on a lot of things, but they're not attacking the monopolies that already exist.
Right.
They're not
Okay, I
they're not
understand.
breaking up the monopolies and doing what they should be doing. And for the record, I'm like totally anti-monopoly, but like this is a double standard the way they're regarding Microsoft.
I think it really all depends on, can Microsoft make Blizzard great again?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say no. No. I don't see Blizzard or Activision coming out of this good. But
I don't know. Since we're talking about games, I'm just excited for Mortal Kombat. I don't know if that's Activision, whoever it is, NetherRealm Studios.
I think NetherRealm's a part of Activision.
Right.
I'm still confused.
Double check on that one.
I'm still confused by the whole like timeline reset thing. But Mortal Kombat's always cool, and if it means we get like characters like Shang Tsung back, I'm happy. I'll accept it.
Right. But that kind of leads into a second question about Mortal Kombat, and now it goes into the actors' strike and everything, because if the game is coming out, is it going to absolutely affect? I know the film is on hold because of the actors' strike and whatever, but if the film underperforms, is it going to affect the game future, like development wise? Or if the game underperforms, is it going to affect more films coming out in the future? You know what I mean?
I would have to say yeah, because we have to look at voice actors as well.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff now, like, because are they part of this writers or actor strike for voice talent who does video games? Because it's kind of like, are you guys just going to recycle lines that they already recorded? Because now I'm thinking about it, the gaming industry could be affected by this as well, indirectly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see.
What's this idea you got, Mr. Cat Ears? Your cat ears are cricket, man. They're cricket.
Who here watches Death Battle?
Oh boy, here we go.
It's terrible.
The fight we've got coming on Monday is Darth Vader versus Obito Uchiha. Anybody want to place some bets?
What is an Obito
Okay,
Uchiha?
so the multi-Renegon Sharingan evil ninja overlord versus the Darth Sith. Okay. How the fuck?
Again,
You
what
might
is
think,
a speeder? What is that?
do you watch Naruto?
No.
Oh.
That's the reason.
Okay.
I'm placing my money on Vader.
Same.
Okay, what are you guys betting? What are you guys betting? That's what I want to know.
Virtual money.
Okay, so
life force. He gets some of mine and lives longer if he wins. We can do that. Again, it's the black magic ritual we were doing at the beginning of the podcast. That's our power now.
Oh, okay.
So according to this article, yes, voice actors are a part of this. Let me go to Rachel Messer's page.
But yeah, Phil, my money's on Vader too.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
A ninja versus a
yeah, he can tear down
Blizzard. Come on.
Obito is powerful, and he'll be able to dance around Vader for a while with his Sharingan powers. But Vader can tear down Star Destroyers hold back the ocean with the Force. Just the sheer scale of what he can do, like it's only a matter of time.
So what
Yeah.
it sounds like, we need to see Darth Vader versus the Phoenix, Jean Grey. That'd be a great death battle.
Yeah. Plus, Death Battle owes Vader a rematch. His intro into the series, and they put him up against Doctor Doom, one of the most OP villains in Marvel. Of course, he's gonna lose that fight.
I did not see that fight. I never saw that fight.
Doom crushed him. It was inevitable, but yeah, it's Vader deserves better than a curb stomp battle for his intro.
I kind of stopped looking at Death Battle because the more I looked at it, the more the fights just started becoming one sided. Certain ones were just like
certain of them, yeah.
Nah, they had a good one with Sailor Mercury versus Billy.
Oh, we got plenty of good ones still.
Yeah, that was a good one. I did not expect that outcome.
Both Cloud versus Link fights were great. What were some other good ones they did recently? Oh, Kakashi versus Obi-Wan.
Uh-huh.
That was a fun one.
I still want to see the greatest battle they haven't done yet. Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj.
Yes. Okay.
The clapping. That's not a death battle. That's the clapping.
The clapping.
Thanos versus Darkseid was fucking sick. Thor versus Vegeta was good.
Mm-hmm.
I know they did Kit versus Sora. That was a pretty decent fight.
Icarus versus Sora.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too. That was pretty good.
I like the Wonder Woman versus She-Ra. That was a good one.
Yeah. I thought going back to Sora versus Kid Icarus, I thought that was one of their better examples of like proper research, and really they really did take into account each fighter's abilities in regards to who, and they do that all the time, but that was one of the ways they did it with more precision.
Right. I can't remember who won the fight. I think Sora
won, yeah.
Yeah.
He was just too fast for Pitt. And he had a much bigger magical arsenal in his pocket.
Okay, here we go.
What's that? What?
Oh, I was trying to figure out what a normal wage is for like a voice actress or a voice actor.
Well, you can't find that because it's subjective to the person and what they negotiate.
Yeah. So just going off of an old situation years ago. Well, it was 3 years ago. Oh wow. Rachel Messer was getting after another YouTuber, Susie Liu, for uploading full episodes, full uncut episodes, no, shenanigans whatsoever to her videos. And the reason why I brought it up was I guess some voice actresses or actors make less than 20,000 a year. Now, I could be completely wrong on this. And like we said, it could be contract specific.
Well, yeah, if you're just starting out, of course that could be your budget. So I'm not about to pay you thousands of dollars, and you don't have any resume or any background experience in this industry. You know what I mean? I wouldn't pay you anything either. So I mean, again, it's all based on the person and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, and what your contract says. And I think that's a lot of the problem of the writer and actor strike. Dole down contracts to where the company wins. Anyways. Oh god, death battle discussions. Do we really have to go into that?
Not a fan.
I mean, if you want to.
Okay, let's do that. That could be our last topic. Who would be your pick for a death battle? Go around the room.
That hasn't been done yet?
Yep, that hasn't been done. Like, who would be your pick for a death battle? And why?
Oh shit. Goddamn. Oh shit. Uh,
That's a tough
damn.
one.
I'm
Damn,
thinking.
it is.
Oh, the Among Us crew versus the Fall Guys characters.
The only Fall Guys I could think of is the one from the game. They look like little
That's what he's talking about.
egg people. Oh yeah. I don't know. None of the Fall Guys are immortal. They've taken so much damage, they just don't die.
Uh,
The
dang,
minions versus the Fall Guys. That would be a great battle.
right. Damn.
He-
ooh,
Oh,
dang.
Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's versus Ghostface.
That's horrifying.
What is this, a jump scare battle now?
Jump scare. It would bring furries of culture in there. It would just like massive, just like it would bring in such a big audience, and it'd be such an entertaining fight.
Huh.
Mm.
Okay. I'll probably say if I had to pick a death battle that hasn't been done yet, it wouldn't make sense because it's a video game character versus a anime character. I would
Yes,
probably
it will.
say.
We just had
oh,
Sailor
what?
Mercury versus a Power Ranger. So yes, it could
Oh.
work.
Okay, so I will say Umbra from Warframe. Yeah, I would say Umbra Excalibur from Warframe, and shit, what's his name? Umbra Excalibur, and I want to say either Zabuza or Kakashi.
Takashi 6ix9ine.
No. Heck no. That's a one-sided fight already, man. Shoot, he getting torn up.
I got one. And no one's gonna blame me for this one. And we'll all want to see the House of Mouse go down. Mickey versus Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah, that'd be a
Oh.
crazy type of
That's a
battle.
slaughter
Ooh,
fest,
if
dude.
it's Mickey from Kingdom Hearts, Bugs at least is
Oh,
going
he's
to have
gonna-
his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mickey in that franchise is like the most powerful thing ever.
I think I want Buffy, the Vampire Slayer versus Blade, the
Ooh.
Daywalker.
Ooh, that would actually
that's
be an
good.
interesting one.
I
That's
want Tommy Oliver versus Link
Mm-hmm.
and Zanaku from Wild Force versus the wolf from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
nice.
Okay, I one up you. Puss in Boots versus Catwoman.
That wouldn't even be a death battle.
Puss fought off the Grim Reaper. I don't think Catwoman's winning that one. Sorry.
No, Catwoman would just pick up Puss and go, "Oh, who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty?"
That might work.
That would be his
That
charm.
might.
He would get in close and then claw her face off.
Yeah, she would probably charm him though, but like in a direct, because she would have to use subterfuge to beat him, and she's really good at that, so she could. But in a direct fight, Puss has taken down giants. He fought off the Grim Reaper, who was like a Souls boss in terms of power. What else? Oh God, he's basically he's one of the biggest rogues in his setting for a reason.
Right.
And he's fought fantasy creatures. Catwoman's rogues gallery is mostly limited to Gotham.
I got a big one, y'all. Garfield versus the cat from Stray.
Ooh, if we're going off of what the internet's done to Garfield, the cat's not even dying. He's not even fighting. He's just going to hell. And Garfield's torturing him. That's not even a battle. The cat's going to hell.
Oh no.
Yo, there's so much internet stuff. There's so many videos and games out there where Garfield is like this unstoppable Lovecraftian evil god.
Man, that would be a great death battle.
Yeah, but
Would
he
be a
can't compare it to
horrifying
the Grimace shake.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
Because that's a thing.
Grimace versus
Sister Act.
Grimace
Who?
versus Barney the dinosaur.
Oh, what?
You're so
Oh my
freaking
gosh.
crazy.
Yo,
Grimace versus Barney.
Okay, agree or disagree, by the way. Grimace looks like Barney the dinosaur's clitoris.
Oh,
Oh my
what?
God. Wait, isn't Barney a guy?
Yeah.
I'm
But
so
he's like an anthropomorphic dinosaur. He might have a biology that no one knows about.
right. That's
Now
terrible.
see, I would have been fine. I would have been fine if you said he looks like his kidney, but nah, bro, you took a one step too far with that.
Oh,
hell
Lord.
no.
Dear God, if we need to end on that note. I think
Yeah,
we
well,
should
we
end
got
on
a
that note.
title of
Perfect.
this episode. We got a title. Barney's clitoris.
God,
And
no.
I'm also currently loading the chat with Garfield horror Reddit posts. So
I will do
this
that later.
this might be like a to be continued, like a really dark to be continued.
Oh God. Yeah. What?
Oh
Again,
Lord, that is
again, this
horrifying.
this cat is just going to hell.
Whoever
Bullet,
drew these has a sick, dark future ahead of them.
bullets
It was
don't
on
work on me,
acid when they
John.
drew this.
It was like on acid, like literal acid.
He doesn't even need eyes, guys.
No,
Oh,
no.
oh hell no, bro. That last one is something straight out of Resident Evil.
Yo, the quotes though, the quotes are fucking
If I'm
terrifying.
gonna go play Resident Evil, I'm gonna go play Resident Evil, right?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
oh,
if the
oh.
cat was to fight this from Stray, he would be definitely at home.
That would be a great game. Having the cat, having Orange Strat escape Garfield. It'd be a story of horror and trauma, but also one of hope and just simple, adorable feline courage in the face of overwhelming odds. He'd be like Cat Guts from Berserk, man.
Oh,
And you
bro.
won't hear anything but lasagna, lasagna. That's all you hear.
That reminds me.
I'm gonna go back to watching Spy Family. Thank you very much.
That's an adorable show, by the way. Tina and I love that. By the way, I've gotten her into Power Rangers. We
Nice.
watched it together last night, and she genuinely thinks that shit's pretty cool.
Wait, which season or which film?
Wild Force. I showed her Zanaku.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
You should introduce her into a space next.
Don't tempt me, Chris.
True. In space, man, that would be good shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Keep
I
her away
actually,
from anything after Samurai.
yeah. I need to introduce her to RPM. I've
Yes.
basically
SPD, RPM, in space,
Yeah.
Lost Galaxy. These are the ones you should introduce her to.
Yeah, Wild Force is a good one, by the way. I know
Mhm.
people used to have a lot of problems with it. I think it's good.
I
Honestly,
enjoy Wild Force.
yeah, I think honestly, Master Org's one of the better Power Rangers villains, just because of what a despicable shit he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
And the
and like
opening scene, we were introduced to the Power Rangers at nighttime on the rooftop. Like that just stuck in my head. So as a
Yeah.
child, it was like, wow, Power Rangers fighting at nighttime. I would never ever seen that before.
And it's the only part you get to see it. Yeah.
Right.
I still love how
Crushed.
hard they went with RPM. They turned Power Rangers into Mad Max, and they opened the episode with saying, "Okay, here's our villain. He committed genocide. Most of humanity's dead. Here's Power Rangers.
Right.
That's who they're up against."
I mean, I love Power Rangers when they do shit like that. That's why I love Wild Force. Taylor was the only Ranger for a whole year. Like, I want to see that story. I never seen
Yeah.
a solo Ranger hero. Like, let's see that. I would love to see that.
Hmm.
But anywho,
know what I
We're
would
gonna
love?
end it there.
Yeah, I think we've gone a little crazy off the ropes. Oh wait, we do that every episode. What do you think?
You know what?
Yeah.
I know you guys would actually love to see some more Gorefield, so I'm gonna just keep uploading those pics
Oh
into
God,
the
damn
chat.
it.
Oh Lord.
And he uploaded into the sunset.
And on that note, lasagna.
Catch you guys with lasagna later around the globe.